Hey everyone, welcome back. This is another honest review video. This time it's a Jellycomb foldable Bluetooth keyboard that you can pick up on Amazon for about $35 to $40 and it'll be linked down below. Again, it's not an affiliated link. As always, this is an honest review video, so it's based on my honest opinions and experiences. Jellycomb did not sponsor this video, nor did they tell me what to say in this video, and I haven't sent this video to anyone to review before posting. So in the box you get the keyboard itself, and you also get the usual manual and warranty card. The cables included is a regular USB-A to micro USB, a micro USB to micro USB, and then a micro USB to USB Type-C. Now you can use these cables to connect to different devices along with a Bluetooth option. So just a quick overview of the product. Now I have this particular one listed down below since Jellycomb does make different variations that you can find on Amazon. So there's a metal housing around it. The whole product itself doesn't feel too heavy, but it's also not light that it feels cheap. There's some heft to it, and it's not giving too much unnecessary bulk or weight to your setup. Now, of course, you have the touchpad. There's a left and right click, and the regular touchpad itself, and you can adjust the settings on your devices like your iPad or your phone or your laptop. Now, because of the smaller form factor and also where the hinges, the keys are laid out a little bit different. There are smaller layout, but I don't have any issues with it. Now, the biggest thing people have is the spacebar and the different size keys, especially where the hinges. It's a learning curve, but it's not that much of a big deal. And of course, you also have the function keys there, and they all work fine, which you'll see later on in the video. I'll be testing out all the function keys in the different devices. Again, it has a nice foldable feature. And the one thing I have to say is the use of micro USB to charge this. I hope in the future they'll have USB Type-C so that I don't have to carry micro USB with me around. Now here's the hinge feature. It's a smaller metal screw and hinge feature. This is the one that people have a bit of an issue with, especially in the long term, which I do plan on making an update video to give an update on that. But of course, you don't want to be swinging this thing open. Of course, that's just gonna end up ruining your product. Again, I'll be updating this later on. But I don't have any issues with it. I think they work just fine, and I think it lays just fine on the table. I don't have any issues or feel any discomfort while I'm typing on it. Alright, so here we are on my iPad. First thing I'm going to do is turn it on using the button here. Just click it to the side. As you see, there's a blue indicator light showing you it is connected on Bluetooth. Now it's the same Bluetooth pairing operation that you do for any other Bluetooth device, so I don't really think I should go over that. But again, it's just really easy. It's just like any other Bluetooth device. So as you see that the trackpad mouse is right there on the screen, and also the screen recording. You can also go up and down. The different gestures work with this trackpad with the other iOS gestures. I'm not too familiar with those yet, but when I did try them out, it did work. But if you're more used to the gestures, I'm not, this would be pretty helpful. It's not super responsive to all the gestures the last time I checked, but again, that's based on you and if you like to use gestures or not. I don't usually use them. So of course we have this. You can do the touch to click. And you also have just the regular buttons itself to click to the things that you want. See there. Of course, like any other ones that we tried out, we're going to do the function keys. So of course you have to hold these buttons here. It says iOS, Android, or Windows. And you just click that or hold on it and it'll go to that device. So the function keys will work. So then you just press the function button here and you can do play and pause, go back, go forward. Of course, then you have the mute button, increase and decrease button, and then all the other functions work just as you expect them. So let's do function home, and then let's go to the notes right here. We'll do a quick test. there you go. As you see, it's pretty much expected what you use a keyboard for. I'm not the greatest typer in the world, so my typing isn't great to test. But a lot of the complaints, again, as I said, on Amazon is the layout of the keys. I personally find no issues with it, really. It's just the T and the V button that are a little wacky, and then the different, the split of the spacebar, which again, it's just a really weird way of doing the keyboard, but because of the fold, that's why they're there. But again, I don't find it a huge deal. Some of the keys are different sizes, especially on this area of the keyboard itself. Again, I don't have that much of an issue with it. I think it's a great keyboard to use if you need a to-go keyboard. Alright, so I have my Galaxy S10e here. We are going to try out the wired connection. So I'm going to use the cable that they included in the package. This is the micro USB to USB Type-C cable. See there? So according to Jellycomb, the second you attach this to and connect it to the second device, it will instantly start working on the second device, and the second you take it out of the port, then it'll go back to Bluetooth. So we will try that out, but the first thing we're going to do is try it out on my phone. So first thing we're going to do is make sure it is turned on, which it is. I'm going to plug in the micro USB and then plug in the USB Type-C to my phone. And as you see, it is working instantly on my phone, which is really, really impressive. It also shows you that it is charging with the power of my phone. So the first thing we're going to do is type on it. Whoops. Again, I'm not the greatest typer in the world. I'm also typing in a really awkward position, but it works instantly, which is really, really impressive. So what I want to try out is the use of the function keys, as I do for all these other keyboard reviews. So here we are back on Spotify. Gotta make sure I don't play out the sounds so I don't get copyright striked. Of course, we can just, maybe you can scroll, I'm not too sure yet. Well, of course, you can use the buttons to scroll up and down with that. I think it's just how Spotify is on my phone. So let's try out the function keys. Now, of course, I did it for the iOS, so we'll see if this works. So, of course, it is. So we're going to make sure it's muted. So you can increase and decrease volume, skip track, go back, play and pause as usual, and then the other function keys as well. So you can go home and do all that fun stuff, search, just like anything else. Alright, so according to Jellycomb, this does reconnect back to the Bluetooth device after you disconnect the wire to the second device. So what we're going to do is do that right now. I'm not going to be screen recording on any of these devices. You can just see them right here on the screen. Everything's live. So I'm going to unplug this one from my phone. See it disconnected, and it's right here back on the iPad, which is really, really cool and really instant. So what we're going to do is plug it back in again, and it's once again connected to my phone, which is really impressive. So I do take this out with me when I go to school, especially when I just want to type documents or essays or discussion posts using my iPad without taking out my laptop. And it's just a really easy, compact size keyboard with a built-in trackpad, so I don't have to take out my separate keyboard or separate mouse to connect in order to do this. It's very seamless. I also want to point out that the battery life is actually pretty good on this. I've had it for about 1.5 months, and I've only charged it once, I believe, once or twice. But the battery life is really impressive. I don't have to worry too much about it, and the charging, again, it charges micro USB, and you can just plug that in and you'll get the juice right back up there. It takes a couple hours to fully charge, I believe, but it hasn't been an issue for me in real life use. Of course, I'll be making an updated video on this later on in the future, so if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe and like. And once again, thank you for watching and take care.